Namaste. Let me share a fable with you, for stories are ways of immortalizing messages. Two monks, Yesmi and Nomi, are returning back to the monastery after a day of teaching in the nearby village. They were just about to cross the river when they hear a woman crying. Yesmi walks up to her and asks her what was troubling her. She needed to get back to her toddler who was living in the village across the river. Since the river had risen that day, she was feeling miserable that she will not be able to go back to her toddler, and her child would cry for her all night. On hearing her, Yesmi volunteers to help her. He carries her across the river and drops her on the other side. And they continue with their walk. About half an hour into the walk, Nomi, in a very agitated tone, speaks up. He says, "Yesmi, do you know what you have done?" Yesmi calmly looks at him. "Our master said, never look at a woman. You spoke to her. Our master said, never speak to a woman. You touched her. Our master said, never touch a woman. You carried her." Yesmi calmly looks at Nomi and says, "Yes, that is true, but I have dropped her half an hour ago. It is you who's still carrying her." Yesmi and Nomi represent two states of being. Fundamentally, every one of us live only in two states. One is a stressful state. The other is a no-stress state. We call this no-stress state a beautiful state, for that is how life feels when you live free of stress. Generally, stress refers to tension, but anger, fear, hurt, loneliness, frustration are all stressful states, aren't they? Beautiful state is a state of connection, joy, love, compassion, vitality, and passion. If you're not in a beautiful state, your default state is stress. If you look at the entirety of human life, behind war or peace, cooperation or corrosive politics, love or separation, persistence or failure, finally, happy children or a generation that is troubled. Behind all this is the driving force of these two states. Behind every choice and every action is the driving force of only one of these two states. So the most important choice is, from which state do we want to live our life? From which state do we want to relate to the people in our life? From which state do we want to achieve and fulfill every vision of our life? Sadly, our education, entire system of a society, our parents, our religion do not bring sufficient attention to our inner state. In fact, the very structure of education at school makes us compete, makes us feel jealous of another's progress, makes us feel ashamed of being less. It is a total compromise on the essence of being human. Let us get back to our story again. Yesmi represents the beautiful state, and Nomi represents the stressful state. Nomi has created a problem in his mind and is paralyzed with it. Yesmi solves a problem of a fellow human being and continues with his peaceful walk. Nomi is agitated before the event, during the event, and after the event. And his thinking becomes incredibly stupid and complicated because of his inner agitation. Yesmi, while in action, is fully present, and once the action is complete, his departure from the situation too is total. In a beautiful state, there is no compulsive rumination of the past or anxiety over the future. It is a state where you experience inner simplicity and a brilliance of an uncluttered mind. It is a state where you are connected to the present. No me is lost. In a stressful state, you are lost. You're disconnected from the others. You might be amidst people, but yet feel lonely. Yes, me is different. He's connected to the lady's plight. He helps her. He understands no me's distress and tries to help him out with a wise remark. In a beautiful state, you're powerful enough to help yourself and help others around you. You're outright intelligent, and your actions are decisive and powerful.